Welcome back. In this video, we'll be showing you how to install a tail tidy on a 2025 Kawasaki Z900, replacing the standard license plate holder for a clean, more streamlined look. This is a straightforward install and will take you through the full process from start to finish so you can do it yourself with confidence. First, let's take a look at what's included in the box. We have one main mounting bracket, one license plate bracket, one cover plate, four M6 30mm button head bolts, 8 12mm washers, 4 M6 9-lock nuts, 4 M5 12mm countersunk bolts, 4 10mm washers, 4 M5 9-lock nuts, 2 rubber bungs, and finally one number plate light. To install all this, you will need one 3mm Allen key, one 4mm Allen key, one 6mm spanner, one 8mm spanner, one 10mm spanner, a heat gun, some pliers, and a Phillips screwdriver. First thing you need to do is get the stock tail tidy off the bike. Start by removing the seat and clearing out anything stored underneath. From here you will see the wiring coming through the under tray. Go ahead and disconnect those connectors. Now unclip the wiring loom from the subframe. This just gives us a bit more slack to work with later when we plug everything back in. Once that is done, remove the bolts holding the under tray in place. With those out, the whole OEM tail unit can come off. We will need the indicators from this, so let's take them out and put them to one side. Everything else can be reassembled without the indicators and stored away. Now grab your Phillips head screwdriver and remove the bolts underneath the OEM license plate holder. After unscrewing the bolts, you want to remove the OEM rubber parts. As you can see, you may need a pair of pliers for this. Now go ahead and unhook all the wires associated with the indicators. And finally, remove the indicators and put them to one side. Now we can start putting the tail tidy together. First, we're going to protect the wiring of the number plate light using the supplied heat shrink tubing. This helps keep everything neat and safe. Start by grabbing the heatsink tube and threading it over the wires from the number plate light. Next, grab your heat gun and apply heat evenly around the tubing. Make sure to keep the heat moving so you don't burn or damage the wires. You'll know once you're done when the tubing is fully shrunk and is secure. What we need to do first is thread the number plate light wires through the middle pre-drilled hole in the mounting bracket. Once the light is in position, use a 6mm spanner to tighten the hex nuts on the either side to secure it in place. Now we refit the OEM indicators, exactly the same way they were mounted on the original tail unit. Now to install the rubber bungs. Push them into place by hand. If needed, use a small flathead screwdriver to carefully pull them through until they sit correctly. Now we are going to bolt the license plate bracket to the main mounting bracket. First, attach the number plate bracket to the main mounting bracket using 4 M5 countersunk bolts with 10mm washers. And secure them with M5 9 lock nuts. use a 3mm Allen key and a 8mm spanner. Use the wire retaining clips to guide the OEM indicator wires neatly along the bracket. Push the indicator and the number plate wiring back into the square opening on the main mounting bracket. Before we make anything permanent, it is a good idea to hold the whole assembly up on the bike and plug in the wires temporarily. That way we can check everything works. Indicators left and right, brake light, tail light, and using the supplied adapter for the number plate light. And finally we can fit the tail tidy onto the bike. Once we know everything is working, we can mount it properly. First, route the indicator wires and the number plate light wires to the rear subframe. Next, take two M6 button head bolts, 4 12mm washers and 2 M6 nylock nuts. Firstly, for convenience, place 2 12mm washers on the M6 button head bolts and have the other 2 washers and 2 M6 nylock nuts nearby. Hold the tail tidy in position and feed the 2 M6 button head bolts through the rear mounting points. At the top of the subframe, fit the 12mm washers and finger tighten the M6 nylock nuts. This allows you to make sure everything is properly aligned. Once aligned, use a 4mm Allen key and a 10mm spanner to tighten the rear bolts. Next, we will be installing the cover plate. The cover plate simply pushes over the rear nuts using the rubber bung that we fitted earlier. Same as earlier, make sure to place 2 12mm washers on the remaining M6 button head bolts and the other 2 12mm washers and M6 nylock nuts nearby. Now with the remaining 2 M6 button head bolts, feed them through the front mounting points of the cover plate, then fit the 12mm washers at top of the subframe. Then tighten the M6 nylock nuts using a 4mm Allen key and a 10mm spanner. And connect all the wirings. Make sure you use the supplied adapter for the number plate light. And finally, refit the seats. Before riding, ensure the number plate is positioned as high as possible on the bracket. If you're using a longer number plate, fully compress the rear suspension and double check that nothing has come in contact with the tyre under load. And that completes the tail tidy installation on 2025 Kawasaki Z900. Thank you for watching and ride safe.